Dun 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 dun. We're back from break week. Dun 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 dun. Let's go. Hold on. Let me make sure the audio, because my system settings might be a little off. Hold on. All right, no, I think we're at normal audio levels. Hold on. Let me know if the audio is good. I think we're at normal audio levels. Hold on, where's the camera at? Where? There it is. Ladies and gentlemen. Whoa! It's like my Hunter x Hunter volumes are shining. You guys see that? Look at that. I mean, they might as well be. Let me see. Where should I put this thing? I'm trying to figure out where to get like the best lighting. Right here, maybe? Potentially? Ooh, I can make it blue. That's interesting. That's an interesting light. Hold on. We might be cooking. This is probably better. Are we good? With the it's good to see y'all, man. It's good to see y'all. Let me make sure. I'm just gonna put it down here. And then we'll see. We'll figure it out, dude. Ali flipping G. I'm over here messing around with my thing, and the Gorosei are showing up. You know what? I'm just going to hold it right here. And we'll figure it out after that. Holy flagnards! Ali G comes in. And gives 50. Look at this. It feels like we're telling a ghost story here with this thing under me. Drops a 50. Ladies and gentlemen, with the amount of gifted memberships that we've had in the past, like, 4 streams... At this point, almost everyone has to have a membership. You know what I'm saying? there's only so much. There's only so many. So if you do not have a membership yet, please toggle on the activate button so that you can receive your memberships as well. But shout out to Ali G, man. 50, dog? Well, that's how I know we're in for some heat. That is how I know we are going to be in for some heat. Holy sweet mother of flagnards. The legend. You got me speechless. Ali G, as a matter of fact, since we're starting off the stream with the Gorosei, let me... Where is it at? Since we're starting off this week with the Gorosei, last week, I obviously went to Megacon, and rather than the first time around that I went to Megacon, I spent it on obviously mainly focusing on getting to meet as many people as possible. This particular go-around, I really wanted to look at some artwork. And there was one particular artist that I was like, yo, when I get back and we do our next stream, I have to give you a shout out because I just really love this individual's art. And so if you have an Instagram, this individual's art, or the name of this individual is Kirseel. Show this individual some love. Because when I was... can I show this on screen? K-I-R... Hold on. I took your business card, but it's Kirseel. I was so in awe of, in particular, the Wano type of aesthetic of the artwork, where I was like, I know my audience would appreciate this. And so if you're looking for some One Piece art, definitely check out this individual's shop. Some really, really cool stuff. I almost walked out of there. If the wallet would have been filled, if Ali G would have dropped the 50 while I was there on the set, you know what I'm saying? Maybe your boy would have been like, hold on, let me walk out with this right here. But on a serious note, the thing I really wanted to do was give this person a shout out, because obviously in the One Piece community we do as much as possible to make sure that everyone eats right. But I was just so like I was like, bro, this art is awesome. You know what I'm saying? And so definitely go show this individual some love. Incredible artwork. Even has an online shop at Kirseel, KIRSEEL.art. And so definitely go show some love. Go show some love. I don't even care if you say I sent you. Just seriously, go look at the artwork. It's really, really cool. Now, Ali G, once again, you flippin' legend, yo. I appreciate you on a serious note. Thank you so much. Holy sweet mother platter. 50 memberships. That's almost 600 memberships in the past, like, flipping couple of weeks, dude. This is crazy. Holy sweet mother of Flagner. Now, before we get into the super chats, let me update y'all on some things. So, on top of the Megacon thing, last week, of course, in the middle of the One Piece mood, in the middle of the One Piece craze, losing my mind. You know what I'm saying? The Elbath has been so peak that I haven't been able to just deal with, like, the chapters, and especially we have no anime now. It's like, well, what can we do to satiate the desire to experience the greatness? Especially when I'm not able to do a collaboration on a certain day or something, right? It's like I can't discuss it. I have to experience it in some way, shape, or form. So last week, I decided to rewatch Film Red for the first time since the initial release period. Dude, I don't know what it was. I really don't know what it was. But I was bawling, man. I mean, from the moment the movie started until it closed, it was like I was reading chapter 1133 again. That's how many times I felt like a tear start forming in my eye. Bro, I don't know if it's the recent possibilities with, like, the Shamrock stuff, the Garling stuff with Shanks. I haven't rewatched this movie since we found out a bunch of the new information, right? So I don't know if it was that, if it just caught me on the right day or what. But son, I mean, this movie hit me hard, and y'all know how hard it hit me the first time. You know, I recorded the video after leaving the theater. I was losing my mind. But dog, there was just something last week, and it connected, man. And so if you have not had a chance to rewatch Film Red since the recent reveals, check and see if it hits you as hard as it hit me. Because mother of Flagnars, man, it hit me hard. Now, in the manga space, I don't know if anybody has this issue as well, but I don't like ordering manga online because sometimes it'll get to my house and it's like bent, the corners are messed up, and it's like, man, I'm only getting these to read them and collect them for, like, when I'm like 70 years old, and I can barely search up anything on the internet, and I'm like, you know what, man, I got my One Piece volumes, you know what I'm saying, to look back on the memories. And so I really want them to be in best shape as possible. So because of that, because I don't order One Piece volumes online, I'm missing around 10 or so volumes, maybe less now that I found these. But anytime that I find a new one that I do not have, whether it be at a bookstore or at a shop, whatever it is, it hits different. Because I've been searching for these for so many years. These volumes I'm about to show you have evaded me the same way that the Gomu Gomu no Mi has evaded the Gorosei for all this time. You know what I'm saying? And so, finally, after all this time, I got the first volume of Thriller Bark. So happy about that, man. I got this a few weeks ago. And it just... I don't know if I showed it off on stream last time. But I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, I finally got first volume through the bark. Been looking for this thing for ages, man. For ages. And then on top of that, in the post time skip, I'm only missing like 2 volumes. These 2 have evaded me, truly like the Gomu Gomu no Mi, man. Has evaded the Gorosei. The 2 volumes that precede volume 69. Volume 67 and 68. So many years of looking for these volumes in the stores, and I finally found them, man. So it was just a great week for the One Piece greatness. It really was. Even though there was no chapter, or obviously an episode, even though I'm catching up to the Fishman Island stuff in the remake, or I should say a remaster. But it was a great week, man. You know, the film read, found volumes. I was rewatching quite a bit of the stuff. I was in the mood, bro. I was like, yo. I remember there was a day where it was nighttime, and listen, I've been watching Apothecary Diaries. Shout out to Apothecary Diaries, man. Fantastic series. But there was one night where I was like, I feel like watching something One Piece related. Ended up going on like a Dragon Ball-esque clip fest, but with One Piece. Where I just watched like 100 different Marineford clips. So I was, you know, we were eating last week. And so even though there was no chapter, we were most certainly filled with the One Piece greatness. Now, I just need to share that. So let's go and get into the super chats, and then we'll get into the chapter. So, obviously, much love to everyone. I don't know if I said that at the beginning of the stream, but much love to every single person who made it. I know we started later than usual tonight. The main, selfishly, I could have started this around 30 minutes ago. But I was like, you know what, man? We already scheduled it for 11. Let me go ahead and put it there. And the main reason why it's scheduled for 11 is because Yakuza comes out in about an hour. And so because my pirate Yakuza game, with Majima as the protagonist, comes out in about an hour, I was like, we ain't waiting all that time. You know what I'm saying? And so we're going to read this chapter, allow that time to pass naturally, and then, once the stream ends, I'm going to play some pirate Yakuza, man, because I can't wait. I cannot wait for that Majima greatness. Now, let's get into this. Also, a massive thank you to everybody who watched the Elden Ring stream last week, even though it was terrible from a quality standpoint. Y'all are used to it anyway. Both from a gameplay standpoint and from the way that it looked. I was terrible, man. I was so mad, dude. I was training. I was like, yo, we're going to go in here looking nice. Ended up looking like I was a Vice Admiral, dude. Legit. You want to know what a Vice Admiral looks like in the One Piece world? Watch my Elden Ring stream. Watch it! I get fodderized by everything. I mean, I'm every Vice Admiral. Actually, I'm not gonna say that. Not every Vice Admiral is fodder. Not 85% of the Vice Admirals, that was me during the Elden Ring stream, bro. It was horrible. It was horrible, man. But it was still a fun time. I can't wait for that game to come out. Now, starting us off, we have Behanort, who comes in membership for 11 months, almost a year. Behanort comes in and states, hey, Coach, even though I can't always catch your streams because it's usually 5 a.m. for me, the Pancake Squad, man. I really feel for y'all. I really do, and I'm sorry for that. I truly, truly do. I just wanted to thank you for your clips that I quote every day. Thank you. Thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? Don't thank me. Thank y'all for allowing me to still be here today. You know, there's multiple different instances that probably would have ended the channel by now, especially whenever the old channel died. But I was like, I can't miss out on the community discussion, man. Not for the One Piece greatness. And so it literally is because of y'all that I'm still here, man, and that some of those clips get made. And so I really do appreciate you, Behanor. Thank you so much for the kind words. And pancake hours. Hopefully we can fry up some good pancakes and waffles while we read this chapter. Because 5 a.m. is insane. I appreciate you, Behanor. Thank you so much for stopping by and for leaving the kind words. Which clip do you quote, by the way? I feel like there's 100 of them now. But I appreciate it on a serious note. Thank you so much, Behanor. Josh Pointer comes in with a 5 and says, I'm replaying one of the best Metroidvanias, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. What is a man, Josh Pointer? What is a man? Lakers x One Piece collab in 8 days? Yeah, that's right. We're going to see Luca and LeBron next to Luffy in 8 days, man. That's nuts. I'm just happy to be here. Interesting chapter. Can't wait. Can't wait for that. Interesting chapter in all caps. I'm fascinated. I wonder what that means. I really am curious as to what that means. Yeah, thank you, Josh Pointer. Appreciate that for the $5. Ali G, of course, with the flipping 50 gifted memberships. Once again, everyone, ensure that you have your membership thingy on so that you can get them. Because man, oh man, they've been dropping like crazy in those last couple streams. So I appreciate you on a serious note. Thank you so much, Ali G, for the continued support to the channel. Behanar comes in with a 25 and says, it's 5 a.m. in Europe, but I don't care. One Piece is back. Green Yuri manga is getting an anime. Green Yuri. Final Fantasy VIII is peak. Final Fantasy VIII is peak. Life is pretty good. So let's break this down. 5 a.m. in Europe. You know, as a wrestling fan, anytime that I speak with individuals that stay up until like 3 to 4 in the morning to watch the pay-per-views, I'm like, yo, y'all got it, man. Like that is seriously a high level of dedication. But now that many different individuals have done that for my streams, it means a lot. You know, I know how Triple H feels now. You know what I'm saying? So I really do appreciate you, Behanor, for joining me in the Pancake Hours. But yeah, One Piece is back, baby. We're finally back from the break. Green Yuri manga. What is Green Yuri? I am fascinated. I've never heard of this. Can I search this up? Is this something I could search up on stream? The title like that, I'm not sure. But I'm fascinated. Let me know, Behanort. Let me know. Always looking for some good. Always looking to add some manga to the queue, even though the queue feels like it never ends. but I'll love to you. And going back to Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy VIII is flipping peak. That is one game that I most certainly need to do another playthrough of. It's been quite some time since I've gone through Final Fantasy VIII. You know, it's always crazy when it comes to Squall. My entire life I've called him Leon because of Kingdom Hearts. Even though I know his name is Squall, but I've gotten so used to calling him flipping Leon. But I blame Kingdom Hearts, and I love Kingdom Hearts, so it's a good thing. But on a serious note, FF8 is peak, and its soundtrack is genuinely one of the best soundtracks in the series. All up to you, Baconort. Thank you so much for that. Derek Rivia joins with Kingdom Awesome Sauce, as well as Sir Waffle Lots also joins the Kingdom of Santa Hats. Thank you both for joining the memberships. Frodo Baggage comes in with a 2 and says, Wingdom! Oh my god. Dude, it's been so long since we've streamed. Kingdom is getting an official release. Kingdom is getting an official flipping release. I can't wait. In the same year, we're getting Steel Ball Run officially and Kingdom. 2 of my dream manga that I could finally own are coming out this year. Brilliant year. Brilliant year already. And come on, same year as the MGS3 remake. Can we get much higher, man? We can. Let's get a Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. Let's get a KH4 trailer. Thank you so much for the baggage. And chapter Goat Raw. Fire. Okay. Goat Raw Fire chapter. We're going to see some hype. Excited for it. Thank you so much on a serious note for the baggage. Pluto then comes in membership for 2 years, 23 months. Any chance of One Piece movie discussions returning? I would love to whenever, of course, we get a new one. But in terms of just like old, like going back and rewatching old movies and doing those, there is most certainly a possibility for that. Especially as like membership exclusive stuff or just stuff we could do regularly on the channel. I would absolutely love to do that. As a matter of fact, there are quite a few One Piece movies that I do want to rewatch and then have a discussion about afterwards. We could see. We could definitely see what we can do with that. We'll keep that in mind, Pluto. Because that is most certainly something I want to do. That and the OVAs. It's been a while since I've watched the OVAs too. And I love those OVAs a lot. Oh yeah, those Recon pieces are like almost 10 years old now, man. For the OVAs. Holy Flagner. Same thing with the movies. But all love to you, Pluto. Thank you so much for that. 2 years, Doc. The Ashen Samurai Jiro comes in with a 10 and says, "What's up, coach? It's been a long 2 weeks. It's going to be a great night with One Piece chapter and Pirate Yakuza. We're eating, and what's that? It's my birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Ashen Samurai Jiro. All love to you, dog. You know something. To celebrate your birthday with not just a One Piece chapter, but with Majima rocking the One Piece swag within Yakuza? Come on, man. Come on, dude. I can't wait to play the game, bro. You know, I watched those first 2 trailers. The one that had Samoa Joe and was showing off like how wacky and crazy the game is going to be. And I haven't watched trailers since. I'm so excited to play that game tonight, man. Like, oh, I play that, bro. Anytime a Yakuza game comes out, it's always a massive event for me because I love those games so much. But to have that on your birthday, you get the birthday cake, the One Piece greatness, and you're dropping by with the flipping Majima greatness. Yeah, it's gonna be a good day for you. Happy birthday, Ashen Samurai Jiro. Everybody hit Ashen Samurai Jiro with the happy birthday. All love to you, dog. Trails Through Daybreak 2. Speaking of the Trails greatness. Speaking of, I should say, video game greatness. Trails Through Daybreak 2 has officially been released. It came out last week. Mural Piece stopped the review from coming out on time, but that is still being worked on. As well as on top of the Trails Through Daybreak 2 spoiler-free review that will be coming out, the spoiler cast for Trails Into Reverie will be recorded as a collaboration with AJ when he finishes Trails Into Reverie. And when he finishes Daybreak 1 and Daybreak 2, we will be doing a spoiler cast for the Calvard Saga as far as the games that have been localized up until this point. Of course, I did my Kai no Kiseki spoiler cast last year. But for the Hajimari Trails Into Reverie spoiler cast, that will be coming when AJ finishes the game. That's the very first thing we're doing. And then Daybreak 1, Daybreak 2 spoiler cast will come after that once he finishes those games as well. But the spoiler-free review will be coming out definitely within a much shorter time span than that. I'm very excited to get that video out. But that will be coming out then. Recon then comes membership for almost 3 years. 3 years! It's been too long, OMG. It has been a while, Recon. It has been a while. It feels like it's been a while, even though the last 2 weeks went by super quick. But yeah, how you doing, Recon? It has been a while. And then Vintage So comes to a membership for the Kingdom of Santa Hats. All love to you, Vintage So. Thank you so much for that. Always love your profile picture. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the awesome sauce. Now, let me put up the poll, and then I'm going to see this thing about the Green Yuri manga, because I'm fascinated. I've never heard of that before. Are we reading the title? Oh no, Evan, it's not my birthday. It's Ashen Samurai Jiro's birthday. Let me see. Oh, it's Brandon King's birthday too? Okay, hold on. We got double birthdays in here? See, and that's why Ali G came in with the 50 memberships. Yo! Brandon King and Ashen Samurai Jiro's birthday. Double E Giuliani says the birthday was yesterday. So we've got 3 individuals in here with birthdays for the return of the One Piece greatness. We love to see it. First and foremost, happy belated birthday, Double E Giuliani. And happy birthday to you, Brandon King. Turned the big 32. We love to see it, Brandon King. We love to see it. I'll love to y'all. Seriously. Hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And have had a wonderful day. Man, dude. Birthday on a One Piece and Yakuza release day? That is beautiful. Beautiful. I'll love to y'all. Have you seen the 98 OVA, the Gonzak special? Oh, of course. Of course. I've watched it multiple times. Green Yuri is a manga with a way longer name, which is known for being partially colored green and becoming famous on Twitter. It's also a music manga and high school romance. Music manga? You're speaking to me, man. Word? Come on. Come on. What's the long name? Like I said, I'll check it out. And then we have 2 new memberships. Judgmentus comes in and joins the Kingdom of Sandhats. Thank you so much, Judgmentus. Appreciate you for that. And Frodo Baggage comes in and joins the Kingdom of Awesome Sauce. All love to you, Frodo Baggage. Now, once again, Akash Panda says, speaking of birthdays, can we get this guy right here to 30K before October 24th, please? I'll give you something even better, Akash Panda. Better than 30,000. Better than 30,000 before October 25th. Can we get to 30,000? And can we get the latest installment? Can we get in the midst of us attempting to reach 30,000 subscribers? In the middle of us attempting to get to a certain milestone before my next birthday, can we get the craziness of Elbaf to get even better? It's been cooking non-stop since the moment that the arc started until now. We've had Adventure Piece, we've had Hype Piece, we've had Lore Piece, and now as we stand today, we just came off of Legend Piece. A legend that we were looking at from time and times ago. Everyone was like, is that Shiki? Is that a new character? Or is that really your boy Gaban? Lo no! It ended up being Big Scupper. And we are sitting here today waiting to see what happens next. Because this arc has given us Shamrock. This arc has given us the Giants. It's given us an incredible Loki. We've gotten Luffy greatness. We've gotten the Usopp awesome sauce. We've even gotten the Robin and Saul greatness already. And in the midst of that, Mural Piece, Lore Piece, you name it, we got it, man. And now, what's gonna happen when we got off of that cliffhanger with an entire chapter focused around the Gaban reveal? How do we follow that up? And can we get much higher? We are here today to read the latest installment in the best-selling manga in history. I can't wait. I know you can't wait. It is time to read the one, the only. Showing up next week in the, what do they call it now? The crypto arena. With Luka Doncic. With LeBron James. Is gonna be the one, the only, the one series is so goated. We're getting a pirate spin-off in the Yakuza universe. Yakuza 7, as stated by the director, was inspired by the Straw Hat Pirates crew. I'm not saying that. The individuals that made the game are saying that. Ichiban, directly inspired by my king. Peace! So now they get to make a pirate game? They're gonna cook, man. They're gonna cook. I'ma see Shanks rolling through the waters, you know, so we're gonna see Blackbeard rolling through the water. I can't wait, man. Majima greatness incoming. Now, let me find the laptop here. Is that series 1 story? So Frodo Baggage, the mainline games are. But of course there's the spin-offs. I still don't know what we're going to do with the Majima game. I'm assuming the Majima game is like Gaiden, where Gaiden was also a part of the main story. But it took place in the middle, like in between. So to put it in perspective, Gaiden would be like 3D2Y for One Piece fans, right? Even though 3D2Y, a lot of people don't really consider that canon. But imagine like 3D2Y was considered canon by everybody. Or like the One Piece fan letter, right? The One Piece fan letter, beloved by the fans, showcases what happened in Sabaody from a different perspective. That's sort of like what Gaiden is, and I'm assuming that's going to be what this Pirate Majima game is. So they are all a part of like the same universe. Some of them just follow different protagonists or different point of views. And then of course there's like the flipping flag knights. I forgot the name of the Wano game. Ishin. which is like a, and then there's this the zombie one too. Those are like alternate reality spin-offs, I think. Don't quote me on that. But the other ones, for sure, the ones that I have 100% played all the way through, are a part of like the same story that spans through multiple generations. Start with Yakuza 0, by the way, or wherever you want to start, but 0 is a great starting point. Now, let's get into the greatness. Can we read the title? Wait, what happened to the... Oh, here it is. Yes. Okay, we're reading the title today. I was like, bro, what is going on? Okay. So we can read the title. Oh my god. Bro, Awashi, for anybody who's an Awashi fan, Awashi dropped again today. So we normally get chapters only on Sunday. A new Awashi chapter dropped today. I just saw that because I saw it on the website. Awashi dropped again today. So I read that chapter earlier, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a fan of Awashi, man, yo, we're cooking, dude. We are cooking. Real deal. I didn't get a chance to experience Haikyuu weekly at the end while it was ongoing, but I imagine this is how it felt. Like I binged Haikyuu at the very end. It was zenith fiction, right? One of the all-time greats. One of my all-time favorites. But flipping Flagnard, man. Awashi, it is cooking at the highest level. But we're here for One Piece. One Piece chapter 1040, man. What was 1040? Oh my god, bro! I think 1040 or 1041 was when we transitioned from doing pre-recorded reactions to live streams. Dude, it's been 100 chapters. Holy Flagnards. Bro, what? Big Mom defeat Akash Panda. That's how long it's been. Wow. Wow, man. Because obviously we've been doing pre-recorded reactions before that for like 300 something chapters. So the transition to streams was huge, right? And it was the perfect time. We didn't know the Drums of Liberation stretch was coming. It was perfect time for it. Crazy. Yeah, Frodo Baggins. They were pre-recorded back in the day. That is crazy, dude. We've been in this new era. It feels like I've only been streaming for a little while, but now, for example, when I see Recon's membership being 35 months, that's clocking now. We've been streaming the chapters at least for like 3 or 4 years. Wow, man. That's insane. It real deal feels like just yesterday, but that's true. That was Wano. That was the end of Wano in the about to hit the Drums Liberation stretch, and that already is about to be like 3 years ago. Wow. That's nuts. That's crazy. Chapter 1140, Scopper Gaban. Okay, so we're going to be in some Scopper Gaban greatness. Bro, and if we're in the Scopper Gaban greatness, I better see a video game boss battle, man. Give me a video game boss battle, bro. Include Nami in the moveset, like we were talking about last week. Let me get Luffy and Zoro having the artillery up front, doing their thing. If it's a Trails game, you know what I'm saying? You put Luffy up front where Reen would be. You put Zoro right here where Crow is. You got Nami in the back where like Emma is. You know what I'm saying? Let them cook. Let them cook, yo. I'm trying to see a boss battle. Chapter 1140, Scopper Gaban. Ulti! Y'all called it last week, obviously. So Ulti, my god. They're playing darts with poor Ulti. Who's who? Relax. So Ulti's just... Ulti's chained up to a thing of darts. And they're just playing around. Where's page 1 at? Pepe! Go protect your sister, man. What are you doing? He's probably captured as well, but that is very unfortunate. Poor Ulti. She did not deserve this. By the way, speaking of ulti, since I know that she was one of the most popular choices, if you are a fan of Pirate Warriors 4, it is getting an HD version, releasing on PS5, Xbox Series X, and all like the next gen platforms. And because of that, it's getting additional DLC. So, excuse me, they have like a certain characters that you can vote for, among them being King, Ulti, right, and these types of characters. And I know that Ulti was pretty high up on the list from what I saw. So Ulti may be coming to Pirate Warriors whenever that update comes out for the next gen stuff. Crazy that game is still being updated, man. Absolutely crazy. But anyways, Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 26. I'll beat you to hell if you lay a finger on Payton. So, Ulti's doing all this to make sure that Who's Who does not lay a finger on Pei-Pei. On Payton. That is fascinating. That is extremely fascinating. Poor Ulti can't do a thing about it, though. Unless she manages to get out of that thing. It's still crazy to me that Ulti has Conquers. You know, that was nuts. Or at least, not Conquers, I'm sorry. The flipping... The massive headbutt that we had during that chapter. I was like, bro, I remember how hype that chapter was when it dropped, man. It was the chapter that ended with Ulti looking up and Luffy looked down, and all of us, because obviously in the lead into Onigashima, we came off the Odin flashback, and then we had that amazing chapter with Luffy, Kid, and Law showing up on the island, and we had like the flipping Among Us sequences. And then we get into the island itself, get introduced to the Tobiropo. And it's like, chaos starts ensuing. But for me, I'm like, man, I can't wait to see the boys box. So, when you start teasing me with Luffy potentially boxing one of the coolest looking Tobiropo and Ulti, I just remember that week. I was like, oh my god, man. I need the next chapter so bad. So good memories there. Good memories. With the Ulti greatest. Anyways, let's get into the chapter. In the notes, this is author comment pending. They're still processing Oda's comment. What is Oda's comment? Oda's comment, if I can make any prediction, is to like the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Ichiro Oda's letting you know right now. And what day is today? February 20th. Do it for Brendan King. Do it for Ash and Samurai Jiro. Do it for their birthdays. Like the stream. I'm just kidding. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. We just self-promotion at times, man. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Why would we fight you over? Oh, we're still here. Perfect. I was wondering if we were gonna like cut back mid-chapter or no. We're starting off immediately with it. The Pirate King's left hand in the flesh. Why would we fight you over the key, old timer? Just give it here. And obviously, Luffy, Zoro, and Nami are still on top in Roto's hand. Sir, yeah. What are you doing? Dude, that key is humongous, man. That's the real Keyblade, bro. That's the real Keyblade. Look at that thing. That key is the size of Gaban. What? Don't you think you can take it? Why, Luffy said it. What'd you say? I can't do what? Nami's like, Luffy, did you know my father's human too? The two-piece protagonist. He used to be a pirate, and he didn't fear anyone, not even the warriors of Elbaf. Yo, man. This man Gaban is the pops, and Ripley is the mother of the two-piece protagonist, bro. Crazy stuff. This is how late into the game we are, man. Zoro hits us with a dragon, ... Luffy goes in, misses. So he goes in for a punch, and Gaban gets out of the way, like how Luffy, remember when Luffy went in to go punch Kaido? He was like, yo, why you dodging? Like, yeah, he was talking so much trash on the roof. He was like, yo, why you dodging? You think it's gonna hurt? Gaban is like, oh. And the thing that impresses me about Gaban doing this is the fact that he's holding this massive behind key. The true Keyblade. This is the Master of Masters Keyblade right here. Luffy looks to the side, goes in and tries to punch him, and it's not working. Either Gaban's observation hockey is that filthy. Or his reflexes are insane. Because he's just casually dodging. Come on, old man, the sooner we get back to Luffy, he's hitting him with the too slow. Like from Luffy after the time skip. I mean, just ba, 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 ba. He's dodging all of them. Come on, old man, the sooner we get back to Loki, the sooner we get back to the feast. Then hurry and take it. Gaban is like, I'm just not gonna let you have it. You know what I'm saying? Then hurry and take it. Just watch me. Goes in, swings ahead, and he launches himself. Oh my god, as a Dark Souls player, this terrifies me, bro. This man is going in for the overhead. Like he's the Nameless King. I mean, y'all know how Nameless King had the delayed attacks? Holding it. He's holding it. Ooh. And then you want to dodge, but you're not sure if you should, because the attack is delayed. So he's just like, he's holding it. You're like, do I dodge now? Do I dodge now? Do I go? What do I do? Do I press circle? You know what I'm saying? Do I parry? What am I going to do? I don't know, man. This man, Gaban, launches himself into the air like he's Nameless King. And dude, Luffy causes him, forces up into the air. Hockey? He coats the key. He coats the key. Now, I don't know if this is Conker's or if this is regular Armament Hockey, but regardless, he coats the key. That thing is humongous, dog. And now he's coating it in hockey. Look at the size! And he goes down and he just wallops the floor. Hockey lightning going all over the place. Bro, look at... I can't stop bringing this up. The size of the key is madness. This dude, Gaban, is actually... in terms of, like, physical strength, it's nuts. You know what I'm saying? The realest waterfowl dance coming in like it's been millennia. Millennia coming in from the heavens, holding the pose. You're waiting. What do I do? It just goes in. You know, any boss that waits and you just know death is coming. It's like, I mean, is it gonna happen now or what? they're just holding the pose. That was Gaban. So he comes in, smashes the ground. Sir, yeah. No way. Luffy? There's no way Luffy got squished into that. He's made of rubber. But I know we're not in the East Blue anymore, but by the Flat Earth, it is to me. It is to me, man. It is to me. It is to me. No way. Luffy, he might actually be under there. You know, it is hockey, man. It is hockey. He did. So he springs back up. Ooh-ah. Nice straw hat you've got there. Give us a Roger flashback, man. It suits you better than the helmet, don't you think? Oh, come on. That's flippin' beautiful, dude. No, I know, Akash Panda. I know. I know it's the hockey. Like I said, I was stuck in the East Blue there for a second. I was stuck in the East Blue there for a second. I know. It suits you better than the helmet, don't you think? It's my treasure. I'm holding on to it for Shanks. It has been so consistent throughout this arc. Just how much Shanks means to Luffy. It has been thrown into our face chapter after chapter after chapter. With when Loki brought up that thing and Luffy went Gear 4, to Luffy comparing Shanks to Bellemere, you're seeing how much this character means to him. Which is why every time I see something like this, and the more that it's repeated, the more scared I am. Because I feel like these are just major flags, bro. I don't want it to be the case, because I'm such a massive Shanks star, but man, Stop! Dude, it's storytelling 101! I'm scared, man. I'm scared, dude. It's my treasure. I'm holding on to it for Shanks. Now hand over the key. Holding on to it? He didn't just give it to you? What a cheapskate. This man said, he let you borrow it? He let you borrow it? He didn't give it to you? Watch out, bro. Has anybody else called Shanks that? I mean, it makes sense, Gaban. Knew him as a toddler on his ship. But he called Shanks a cheapskate for not letting him... for not letting him keep the hat, bro. Watch out. So Gaban is just dodging all this. He calls Shanks a cheapskate. You got it wrong, dummy. And don't call him that. You don't know the first thing about him. If only you knew, bro. Luffy, if only you knew. Gaban hits him with the Reen Schwarzer. Haha. This man got turned into Frankenstein. No, that's SpongeBob. He turned him into SpongeBob. It's Doodle Bob, bro. Mahoy-ni-noy-ni. Mahoy-ni-noy. You've got a mouth on you, brat. He takes the key and shoves it inside of Luffy's mouth. And the key is so massive, it turns him into SpongeBob. Maybe even Doodle Bob. Dude, Oda's so unserious. Only in One Piece are we getting a panel like this. You know what I'm saying? Only in One Piece, bro. Come on, like Mahoy Mino. That's what I'm saying, Brandon King. Like, he's Doodle Bob. He turned him into Doodle Bob. Dude, the man, I can't get over that key, bro. Double page spread. The key, no, he lets go of the key lands on Luffy. Zoro's waiting. He's like, wait a minute. Axes? Oh, Gaban brought the axe. He needs the axe. So he grabs the axes. Grim Thong. Oh, Throng. Bro, is it just me or was the R invisible there for a sec? I hope it wasn't me. I hope it wasn't me. It wasn't me, it was TCB. TCB set me up, it wasn't me. The R didn't come up. The R was invisible. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, man. I didn't say it. Gaban said it. Throng. With a strong T. I'm going to spell this out. THRONG. Grim. Grim Throng. Throng. Alright? He goes in. I don't know what in the flying flannels that means, but he pulled out the axe. 2 of them. Luffy looks shook. Gaban comes in with a speed of... I mean, he's got the Kuma-like panel. You know, when Kuma came in with the impact frame, because it was showcasing the amount of speed, the amount of force that was coming with his attack. Gaban is coming with that same amount of force with the axe. Zoro's commanding Luffy to dodge. Because if he doesn't dodge... This is awesome. Thinking back to Roof Piece, when Big Mom told Kaido to dodge. It's like, brother, if you don't dodge this, man, your head might come off. And Zoro's like, son, you gotta dodge this.
So Gaban comes in, starts slicing away at Luffy. Zoro blocks one of the attacks. Luffy goes up into the air. So, did Luffy manage to dodge anything beforehand, or did Zoro come in like the flipping vice captain he is? That's my vice captain, dog. He recognized the danger at hand and said, I gotta step in. I gotta step in, man. From the left hand of the former Pirate King to the right hand of the future Pirate King. I ain't letting you do that to my captain, dog. Let's go, Zoro. You stop the grim throng. He goes in, delivers a massive boss attack. I guarantee you, this is like the waterfowl dance times 10. So Zoro goes in, unblockable. He tries to parry it. It cuts the building in half. Straight up, Zoro coming down and cutting, when he cut the horn off of Onigashima vibes. I mean, straight up just goes in. Whoosh, Kaido dodges, he cuts off the horn of Onigashima. So Gaban comes in, and utilizing this attack, goes in and sends all of this cracking. And splits the tower in half, dude. Yo. This is hype, dude. He's got a fine crew. Yo, man. The Roger Pirates were cracked, dude. This guy's out of his prime. He's out of his prime. Dude, in their prime, they were busting galaxies, bro. Are you kidding me? He's got a fine crew. Zoro's got the blade up, filled with hockey, and the tower was still cut in half. Rodo, Nami, they're both shook. Let's go! Oh, Gaban, you wanna see me now, dog? Hold up. Hold up. Oh, Gaban is seeing the boys now, bro. Hold up, dude. Hold up. We're getting a Gear 5 chapter? Oh, that's it. That's it, man. That is it, dude. Let's go. So, Luffy comes in. Luffy grabs an axe of his own. Let's go, Zoro. Oh, that's my dynamic. Oh. Listen, man. The dynamic of legend. Oh. Come on, man. Come on. Let's go, Zoro. The king in his right hand. Zoro's got all three blades right off the bat. Right off the bat, man. 3 blades. Luffy's in Gear 5. Let's go. He's holding an axe. Right. Gaban. This is that white form I heard about. Fuck. Come on, man. Let's do this, baby. Bro, Luffy and Zoro, their performance on the roof meant that one day we would see this again. But for it to be against a former Roger Pirate? And he's in Gear 5 now? Bro. We gotta have like a chapter 10-10 type chapter. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anything will ever replicate that just because that was the first time, we saw Luffy use Conqueror's coding, and we saw Zoro unlock Conqueror's Haki. I mean, that was just a crazy, crazy chapter for reveals. But in terms of like the next part of that, like, come on, man. G5? And 3 swords? So the pieces of the building get sent down to the floor. Brace yourself. Let's go. Dang, that thing got sent off the cliff. Brace yourself. Gaban comes in. Zoro and Luffy are ready. I give up. What? What do you mean? What do you mean you give up? His axes are down. Luffy and Zoro can sit to the Flag North. You can't do that to me, Gaban. You can't hype me up with Gear 5 Luffy and Zoro boxing together against a former Roger Pirate, and then put your hands in the air like he's Zoro and Marineford. Like he's like, oh, to, Luffy, Luffy to Zoro da. Oh, to. Yo!
That's so in character, though. I can see it. I can see it. He's like, I just wanted to test you.
Stop jerking us around, Gramps. What Zoro said.
Yeah. Don't get worked up. I was just fooling around.
You tried to kill me and you think we'll just laugh it off? You're still alive, aren't you? Anyway, the key you're after is right behind you. Luffy looks back. The key is still there. Luffy talks to everyone. This guy is... Don't be hasty, Rodo. If Elbaf is still safe, by the time you decide to leave, come and find me. If Elbaf is still safe, by the time you decide to leave, come find me. So that's the biggest piece of end of Elbaf type of signposting we've gotten so far. Because up until this point, we were all wondering, what are we going to get at the end of the arc? And is the end of the arc going to be so catastrophic we're going to have a chance to catch our breath, which is why we're getting all these things now. So this is interesting. Either Elbaf is not going to be safe enough when they decide to leave, or will be safe enough and we'll have this opportunity to reunite with Gaban. So the question has been posed now. I know we've all been talking about this since the beginning of the arc, but I think this is really interesting that's being directly brought up within the story itself. That is so interesting, dude. So, Gaban doesn't want to tell them that he's a former Roger Pirate. Rodo is trying to say this. And Gaban puts a stop to it and says, if Elbaf is still safe by the time you decide to leave, then come and find me and we'll have that conversation. So, I'm curious as to whether that conversation will happen or not. Because that could easily be a way for us to potentially, have this meeting that we want to have. But then Elbaf is not safe enough when they decide to leave, leading us into the final war on a Sabaudia situation. Or they do manage to resolve the conflict in Elbaf after this, and to treat us at the end of the arc is, as our final look into things, a Gaban who potentially is also the man marked by flames, who then has the final road poneglyph. Then we get the final road poneglyph from Gaban, find out he's a Roger Pirate, and then we go from Gaban giving us the road poneglyph all the way over to Lodestar and then to Laugh-Tale, kickstarting the actual end of the series. That is most certainly also a possibility as well. Man. Definitely hoping that ends up being the case. Why would I? I never want to see you again. Who said that? Luffy? That's right, you moron. Thanks for the key.
but there's no way we're gonna seek you out anytime soon.
Honestly, Shanks, you think... Oh, he's talking to Gaban.
I saw the coat and I started sweating.
Oh, God, bro. Woo! Oh, man.
I gotta recollect myself after that.
You can't show the man directly after having a Gaban sighting. Hold on, man. Gaban is smirking.
Thanks to the keeper, but there's no way we're gonna seek you out anytime soon.
Shanks and Gaban.
Honestly, Shanks, you really think I trust him that easily? Huh, fair enough. Do as you please, Gaban. Oh,
let's whipping go, bro.
But that is nice to know, though, at least. That Shanks and Gaban did have that conversation. So I'm assuming the conversation we're seeing right here is when Shanks met Gaban before leaving and Boxing Kid. That's my assumption. Before he used Divine Departure in chapter 1079. Obviously, before he left in 1076. This conversation must have happened then. Is my assumption. Because that was the last time he was on Elbaf. Miss. Oh, we're cutting away. Looky out there. Huh? What's all the hubbub? It's a birdie! All that excitement over a bird? It's a really weird one.
Morgan's? Is it Morgan's? Is it time? Is it time, bro? Is it VV time? Where is it? Is it the bearer of big news?
Realm of the Sun. Brother, don't tease me like that. Realm of the Sun.
It's flipping Shamrock. Oh, man. Dude, holy sweet mother of Flagnards. So, because obviously, they got on the Arrow Bird, and whenever they left Loki. So, we see the big arrow here in the front. That's most certainly their Arrow Bird. There's a school here. How perfect. Gunko. I'll summon them. Oh my god, dude. Very well. Shamrock. Another one? So here's the other Holy Knight, man. Oh god. Here it is. Who is it? Who is it, bro? What in the flying... Understood. No, I don't mind going. So we see this big blob right here, very reminiscent to the Gorosei. Just tell me where we're leaving from. The Abyss will be where now? The Abyss. Just tell me where we're leaving from. The Abyss will be where now? Are these two different people? Are these two being summoned? Understood. No, I don't mind going. Just tell me where we're leaving from. The Abyss will be where now? Who is that? No, it's fine. We see a dude with glasses. No, it's fine. But we'll have some time before, right? You know, to get dressed and stuff. Who's this dude in his underwear? Is he Frankie? Can't I at least have an hour? Also, what is the current situation? I'm talking about the provisions. What else? The provisions. It won't do for us gods to starve, right? God's Knight, House Shepherd, Saint Summers. This dude is chilling in his underwear. He's chilling in the undies. I got nothing but respect. I've got nothing but respect. Big Frankie vibes. He's gotta fight Frankie now. There's no question. He has to fight Frankie. Hairy legs? In his underwear? He gotta fight Frankie. Saint Summers has to see my dog Frankie. He just has to. He just has to. Oh, look at the one on the left. It is two of them. What's with this thing? It is the telepathic signal. This is bad. This is bad. Is that a dragon? Is that a dragon or a giraffe? A giraffe dragon? What are the... Bro, he has a trident! Dude, I'm not gonna lie, this guy has a really cool design. Obviously awakened, you see the smoke cloud. God's Knight, House Limosev, Saint Killingam. I'm gonna be late, I won't make it. I was half asleep, where are we going again? Oh, I already like this dude. I already liked Saint Killingam. So we got Frankie on the right, Saint Summers. Definitely has to box Frankie. And on the left, we have some of the trident. Excuse me. I love the giraffe dragon design. I just think it looks so cool. And the trident definitely adds on to it as well. It's so Oda. Both of these designs are very Oda, obviously. Very, very Oda designs. The one on the right is still crazy to me. The dude is in his underwear. Amazing. But the one on the left is so insanely cool to me. The mask, the clear dragon there. Kind of reminds you of Momonosuke's dragon, honestly. Which is pretty interesting. Gunko. Is Gunko blushing? Gunko's a fan of the legs? Gunko, what are you doing in my manor? Huh? Shamrock's here too. They got something. They got something without knowing. What? We're in Elbaf? I'm so happy. I'm so happy that the individuals known as the Holy Knights are also clowns. It reminds me that we're still in One Piece, bro. Because when you have the spellbinding circles and you have the extremely dark vibes that have been going on in this arc so far, I was like, man, I really wonder how we're going to handle these guys. They're still One Piece characters. They're still One Piece characters, and that makes me so happy. They're still clowns. Gunko's blushing. And these two didn't even know they got summoned. The poor individuals. We're in Elbaf. The summoning brought my couch, too. Big surprise. He's putting on pants. So this is a land of... Dude, that guy is huge. The dragon dude with the trident? Though this is a land of giants, huh? Everything's huge. I only wanted one person. Why are there two? It's because you're meant to go home, Captain. He better not. I am? It's an order from above. Is the messenger-sama? Or Garling? It's because you're meant to go home, Captain. Shamrock says I am. It's an order from above.
Either Emu or Garling. So that's what it is. I suppose the situation in the Holy Land has gotten dire recently. Everything started to spiral downhill after the reverie started. It'd be best for you to hurry back there, Shamrock. Anyway, why don't you brief us on the current mission? What are we doing in a non-member nation like this? Were you visiting Harold's grave or something? So hold on, I need to recollect here. So, in order from above, for Shamrock to go back to the Holy Land, Summers says the situation in the Holy Land has gotten dire recently, and that everything started to spiral downhill after the reverie started, and it would be best if Shamrock goes back. Why don't you brief us on the current mission, and what are they doing in a non-member nation like this? And he specifically states, were you visiting Harold's grave? Alright, I get it. Oh man, they're hovering over the kids. Yo, his design is sick. Is that a whip? Does he have a sword whip? We were just making Dark Souls references earlier. The flipping weapon that inflicts a lot of bleed damage. It's a whip just like this. He's got a rose. Oh, it's such a military design. It's so cool. I love this design. All right, I get it. So we just need to nab those brats and take them back to the Holy Land. Although I guess these particular kids are a bit too big to just stuff in a bag or something. Dude, if they take them to the Holy Land, are you telling me are we doing a rescue arc to the Holy Land, or are we stopping them? And those without the mark can't pass through the abyss. Through the abyss. So those without the mark can't pass through the abyss. The abyss, I'm assuming, is the circle. So in order to travel through the circle, the passage from which you pass through one circle location to the other is known as the abyss. That is a massive piece of information. So the abyss is what allows things to pass through from spellbinding circle to spellbinding circle. It's what allows the summoning to take place. Through the abyss. As a Trails fan, that actually gets different. That means we'll have to spirit them away by ship. Spirit away. Great movie. Ingrate. With our combined powers, we could make a game out of this. Shamrock? Ooh, Shamrock! I like that smile! We could make a game out of this. With our combined powers, they could make a game out of this. And clearly, I think that is a reference back to the game that Garling was playing back at God Valley. Interesting. And that's the end of the chapter. No break. Fascinating stuff. So, definitely not the chapter I was expecting. Awesome chapter. So, we get Luffy and Zoro greatness against Gaban. Gaban looks insane. I mean, dude, if you needed any other reason to believe that the Roger Pirates were really about that business, look at what the left hand is doing here to a Yonko and a Yonko commander. Insane, dude. I mean, Gaban is built different. The Roger Pirates are clearly built different. Luffy and Zoro getting back in, they're ready to go up in like somewhere. And Gaban's like, yo, my bad, B. I give up. In a very playful manner. Love this signpost for the end as well. What does this mean? If Elbaf is still safe by the time you decide to leave, come and find me. We see the Shanks flashback. Then we see the bird comes in. It's Gunko. It's Shamrock. They summon Summers and killing them. We've officially now seen 4 Holy Knights, bro. This is still crazy to me, man. So they want Shamrock to go back. Shamrock doesn't want to go back. But this part right here makes me interested. This final page. The objective is to nab them, nab the kids, and take them back to the Holy Land. Shamrock says we could make a game out of this. Meaning, they could hunt them in a God Valley-esque way. Or something even more diabolical than that. Either way, clear as day the villains. The major antagonistic threat in this arc at this point in time. So, what I'm excited for is now Luffy and Zoro are going to head back to Loki. We're going to free Loki. And in the midst of us freeing Loki, while we're down there freeing Loki, the Holy Knights are going to go crazy up here. So I wonder if there is going to be anyone that is going to pick up on this and go box them. Will Gaban show up to attempt to box these 4 Holy Knights? Is anyone else going to join Gaban in order to attempt to box the 4 Holy Knights before Luffy and Zoro get there? I'm not sure. I am not sure. But this was most certainly not the way I was expecting this chapter to go. Gaban, greatness, and summoning not 1 Holy Knight, 2 Holy Knights. And one of them is clearly Frankie's combatant. No question. I wonder who killing him would face. But clearly St. Summers is boxing Frankie. No question. The Gunko blush kills me. Oh my goodness. Man, what are you cooking, Shamrock? Okay. Let's go ahead and read the super chats. Because I'm genuinely interested. Monkey D Dragoness move now? Let's hope, Snoop. Let's hope this is the time. Let's hope this is the time. Gaban's kid is 100% getting kidnapped. Very well could end up being the case. Very well could end up being the case that the two-piece protagonist gets taken. I could see that. I could see that. So let's start our super chats here with Brandon King, the birthday boy, who comes in with a 2 and says, King Freecon, secret technique, Grim Thong. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was Oda. It was Oda. It was Oda. It was TCB. It wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? It was not me, Brandon King. I promise you. If I would have seen the R, I would have said the R. I would have said THRONG. But I ain't see it. So therefore, first thing that came to mind. Grim Thong. Grim Thong. Now, if anybody wants to utilize the name Grim Thong within a video game online setting, props to you. That's a pretty hard name, not gonna lie. Pretty cool name. But Grim Throng is the name of the attack. That is the name of the attack. And that is what we are referring to it here from the King, quote-unquote, Freecon side of things. King Freecon is insane. Thank you, Brendan King. JD Kurtz comes in with a 5, says, Donald Duck and Goofy. One of that catch me off guard. Donald Duck and Goofy are the wings of the Mountain Eater. The way Scopper smacked Luffy with a Keyblade. Yes, JD Kurtz, seriously. Donald Duck and Goofy were legit providing support like they do for Sora. The way that Scopper Gaban was going ham with that Keyblade, son. Insane. Absolutely insane. Yes, JD Kurtz. I could not have said any better. Donald Duck and Goofy truly are the wings of the Mountain Eater. There's no doubt about that. They've got the world's greatest arts user, as you would call it in Trails, with Donald Duck, and you've got the greatest shield in Goofy. Goofy would actually fit in Elbaf. He's got a humongous shield that he utilizes as from a defensive standpoint. Thank you, JD Kurtz, for that. Kosh Pen comes on the 5 and says, Gaban invited the Straw Hats to see him before leaving. If Gaban isn't marked by flames, then he might be inviting them to the road poneglyph after they save Elbaf. Dude, same exact thought process over here, Akash Panda. Same exact thought process. If he truly is the man marked by flames, then that is why Oda is saving the Gaban reveal to the Straws themselves for that moment. He tests them to see whether they can handle Loki or not, whether they can handle the Elbaf situation and all of that. As they go in, after we save Elbaf, he provides us the final road poneglyph, and we head off to Laugh Tale after that. And that hits. That flipping hits, man. Mother of Flagnards, dude. We're going to be so close to the end game after that, Akash Panda. Imagine he is the man marked by flames, and we leave Elbaf with the final road poneglyph. Wow. That's the end of the series, dude. That is legitimately the end of the series after that. Obviously, a couple more years because the Final War and Void Sentry and Laugh Tale and all that, but still, we'll be in like 2 more arc and that's it territory, right? Maybe even 1 more arc and that's it territory after that. Man. But thankfully, Elbaf's probably going to be like 100 chapters, so we'll be good for a while. Kosh Panda then comes in with a 2 and says, if Luffy won't meet Stabs, please let him meet Shanks. That's all I'm asking for, Kosh Panda. Like, I know there's a lot of death flags in this arc for Shanks that we've seen so far. But if they're not going to meet, let him at the very least meet Stabs. But if he won't meet Stabs, then please, man, let me have that Luffy-Shanks meeting, dude. I don't care where it happens, man. It could happen at the end of this arc. It could happen at Laugh Till. It could happen at Lodestar. I don't care where it happens, man. Just let me see it, dude. It's the thing I've been looking forward to the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, Luffy's gotta meet Shanks, man. But if he were to die before that would happen, that would also be phenomenal from a storytelling perspective. I would just be in a world of pain, you know, a lot of pain, man. We'll see what happens. Thank you, Akash Panda. But now that Shamrock wants to make a game out of this, then I suppose we'll have to see where that goes. And if that means he'll be staying here a very prolonged period of time. Then Akash Panda goes to the 5 and says, Stabs left before Luffy could clear Shanks' name. Luffy and Loki are the only ones who know the truth. Luffy has no proof now, and no one will believe Loki. Oh, man. That's a great point. Stabs left. People are going to think that Shanks is going to be the one that did this. Luffy and Loki being the only ones who know the truth. But Luffy has no proof. And of course, no one's going to believe Loki. That's a great point, Akash Panda. That's going to be a conflict that's going to be at the forefront once they get back up there. Especially if Stabs truly leaves. Because if he truly leaves, then that's that. Especially if he leaves with the kids. Shanks kidnaps the Giant's kids. And if they see that, and Luffy would turn against the people of Elbaf. What in the world are y'all talking about, Shanks? Kidnapping someone. Do y'all know who you're talking about? Now, here's the thing, Akash Panda. Let's go with a hypothetical situation here. Stabs leaves with the kids, goes to the Holy Land. In the midst of this, are we planning on telling a dual story in this arc? What I mean by that is, if Stabs leaves, the rest of the Holy Knights stay. We see what happens here in Elbaf. But that would have to mean that back in the Holy Land, someone comes in to save those kids. My assumption, obviously, is the Revolutionary Army, who are already planning on moving when the Holy Knights move. My whole thing is this. If all of that happens in this arc, is it a dual Elbaf Marijoa arc? Where we see Marijoa, Revolutionary Army versus the Holy Knights, and the Straw Hats versus the Holy Knights? Well, in Elbaf? Or do we ourselves go up to the Holy Land? Because I highly doubt that happens. Unless Luffy can go through the abyss. Because if Luffy can go through the abyss, obviously he makes it up there, pones the Flagnards or whoever he needs to pwn, and comes back. So I'm curious. I'm curious if because we don't have the mark. I'm assuming we don't have the mark, and those with the mark is so interesting. Those with the mark can travel through the abyss. Very fascinating stuff. What is the mark? Just makes you think. Are we taking like a biblical route? With like a mark of the beast situation? Or are we taking like a... You know how like Naruto did like a curse mark? Or do they just have like a certain like invisible mark on their bodies? Or even a visible mark on their bodies? That connects them to the abyss. I mean, perhaps it's a contract or something. I think it's fascinating stuff. Regardless, Akash Panda, I'm so curious as to how this entire thing is going to play out. But you're right. And no one will believe Loki. Thank you, Akash Panda. Behanar comes in with the 50 and says, Imu's crew is so interesting to me, especially when we compare how the Gorosei interact and then how the God Knights interact. You're spitting. You're spitting. The comparison between the two is actually very, very fascinating. Needless to say, I think the World Nobles are going to be generational main villains 100%. There's no doubt. Especially once we get the full picture of things, the full scope of it with the Void Sentry, and the more we come to understand what they're doing here and the thematic purposes that they're going to serve, they're going to be generational main villains. I mean, just look at the way we feel about Celestial Dragons. I compare every hateable figure in anything to Celestial Dragons. Because, like, it's very difficult for me to be so immersed in a story where I genuinely hate the villain, because I do love the villains in a lot of different stories. But when you create such a despicable heel-type character like the Celestial Dragons, you just can't hate. You can't help but hate them, man. You can't help but want to punch him in the face, the same way Luffy did. So they are... They're already generational from that standpoint. But then you add on both the Holy Knights and the Gorosei to the mix, and just a recipe for greatness. But you're definitely right about that, because the Gorosei interact, the way they interact and the way the Holy Knights interact are completely different. Completely different. But they're both about business, as we can see throughout the course of this arc so far. What's going on? So thank you so much for that, Bacon Art. Hope you made some pancakes. Akash Panda comes in with a 2 and says, what's going on in Marijoa for them to need stabs? That's actually a great question. Yeah, that things are going crazy since the Reverie, the Holy Land is in shambles, and that they're going to need someone like Stabs to return. Obviously, last time we were up there, Garling took his seat. I don't think there was rebellion against that, so I don't think that any of this is caused by the Holy Knights. Or I'm sorry, by the Gorosei. which means maybe they're preparing for something. The order did say it was from above, so if it's coming from Emu or from Garling, that would mean that they're preparing for an incoming attack and or for the worst case situation. Because specifically what Emu stated at the end of Egghead, when he took out Saturn, is you allowed Joy Boy to escape. So maybe what they're going to be preparing for is that Joy Boy pulls this out again, and they have to prepare themselves for the incoming major battle, right? So he's calling Stabs back. Or they're probably preparing for the potential movement of like a Monkey D. Dragon or something. I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe it is that that food shortage thing. Because obviously that's still a play on what's going on with the Blackbeard Pirates and the Revolutionary Army anyway. But that has to come back and pay off at some point as well with the food shortage stuff. So maybe it's like a mix of a couple different things of what's going on in the Mari Joa right now. Akash Panda. It's my assumption at least. LJ916 with membership for 21 months. It says almost 2 years taking this journey with you. LJ, thank you so much for the past 2 years. Truly, truly appreciate you. Hope all is well. Then LJ comes in with a 5 and says, do you think the mark Summers says they'll have it as the tattoo shown on his left arm? It really does resemble the Summoning Circle. No? Let me check. I was so enamored by the boxers and the Frankie legs that I was like, man, didn't really get a chance to look at the rest of the design. The mark. Ah, right here on the right. So yeah, you see some sort of mark here on his elbow. That might be it. That might be the Abyss mark. That very well might be the Abyss mark. Great catch. Great catch, LJ. That most certainly appears to be the case. I still can't believe this happened. Dude was summoning his boxers, and he got a dragon with a trident. Looks so cool. House Limosiv and House Shepherd. House Shepherd. Yeah, great catch, LJ. Great catch. Yeah, exactly, KB Waterboy. That's what I'm thinking as well. It's gotta be like the Mark of the Beast, for sure. And it's granted by Emu, as the Kosh Panda says right here. Summers is part of Jupiter's family. That's what it is, Silvershot. I was wondering. I was like, Shepherd. Yeah, it is Jupiter's family. Jordan, what's good, my boy? The C is the One Piece. Very well could be. When the C all comes together at the end, it will most certainly be One Piece. Let me go ahead and translate this right here. I'm terrified for the next time I'm getting around the world sequence. Me too, Quag 2. Me too. It is going to be... I mean, it's going to be kickstarting the around the world stuff before we get into the end of the series. Luffy and Zoro are ready to fight the Knights of God and unleash their Hellraiser Loki. St. Summers would be a great opponent for Frankie because they're both barefoot, wear Speedo shorts and glasses just like King Recon and Dexter. St. Killingham would make a great fight over Chopper and Brooke. Fascinating. Chopper or Brooke. This dragon is the one parents are raising their kids in the U.S. Hold on, I think there was a second part of the message here. It was inspired by the CBS kids show Dragon Tales. Yeah, hold on. No, bro, I forgot. Not the not the Dragon Tales, bro. I haven't watched this since I was like 6 years old. Watch out, bro. Not Dragon Tales. That's a great reference. Which wanted kids to watch Dragon Ball Z. Contrary to what some may think, Shamrock isn't going away just yet. I'm truly hoping so, my friend. I'm truly hoping that Shamrock sticks around. Because he adds that menacing presence. Shepard is Jupiter's last name. Yeah, I was like, man, that sounds so familiar. Absolutely. Yeah, let's go, Action Samurai Zero. Saw a Reddit comment that blew my mind. What if Shanks was okay with giving his left arm to the next generation because it meant cutting ties with his last connection to the Holy Knights, the Mark? Oh, Tetsugiri Saw, that's a cook. Tetsugiri Saw, that's a cook. That Shanks was okay with giving away his left arm because it meant cutting ties. Oh, with the Holy Knights. If they all have that mark on their left arm, dude, that is brilliant. That is genius. Yes. Yes, and it would connect to the beginning of the series. Ah, I love that. I love that. I love that. Do you think Shamrock could be getting reassigned with a unit to fight the Revs and stop the siege? Summer's comment about provision seems it hints at that. Yeah, Monte. So I was thinking that as well. That it could potentially, but I didn't clock provisions line about like the food shortage and stuff. That could go into it. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right about that. Shamrock getting reassigned to go fight the Revs, dude, would be so peak. It would be so peak. Give me Dragon versus Shamrock. I mean, if Shamrock can't fight Luffy, let me get Shamrock versus Dragon. Man, yo, Tetsugiri Saw, that's a cook, yo. He took if the mark is specifically for the left hand, and he let the Sea King eat it. It was specifically for the... Oh, man. Oh. God Valley 2.0 incoming facts. Page 1 is on the cover page, bottom left. Oh, he was? You didn't fuck that. Oh, yeah, he is. I don't know why I did not see that the first time. That is page 1. Oh, wow. Thank you for letting me know. I most surely did not see that. The mark on Summer's arm resembles the Jolly Roger of the Saint Bride at the beginning of Jaya. Oh, do we have a chapter number for that? TCB mistranslation. Stab says, with your powers, you could make this a game. Oh, with your powers. So... I wonder who's he referring to Summers? With your powers, you could make a game out of this. That is interesting. Nobody else is happening in Mighty Jaw. Is Garly making huge changes now? He very well could be making very big changes. And that very well could be the order from above that is causing them to come in. You know what I'm saying? That's coming... That's causing... that's calling Shamrock back. Very well could be Garling. Same here, Quack 2. 100%. I've always loved that idea. From Pew's Twitter, Oda's message is that he is preparing for a Gigantamax battle. Of course he is. Of course he is. I wonder which one. I wonder which one he was preparing for, because we've had a lot. We've had quite a few in Pokemon Go the past couple of weeks. Killing Killing Han probably has the power of a killing / curing. We now have 11 out of 20 families. Oh man, I'm gonna have to see a diagram of that. See which families have been confirmed so far. The curing user. Saint Briss chapter 218. Thank you so much for that. Let's take a look. No. There we go. I don't feel like getting up and getting my volume. That's why I'm just trying to pull it up here. But it's not doing it. Alright, here we go. 218. Oh, the Willie Karen chapter. Oh, that mark is reminiscent. Dang, what does that mean? What in the flying flagnars does that mean, bro? $2.19. The Saint Briss from the South Blue Kingdom of Briss set sail 208 years ago. Oh, here it is on full display. It's the same symbol. This ship has been sailing the skies for 200 years. Was it stuck in the abyss? So, in 200 years prior to the... 200 years prior to the story is when they said that the giant attacked the whole, or when the Iron Giant, when Emmet attacked the Holy Land, right? 200 years ago. Could those two events potentially be connected to each other? I don't know, man. I might be reaching with that, but that most certainly does look like the same type of symbol. No, stuck on a cloud? I gotcha. Man. Peak arc, dude. Sky peak greatness. Yes, Quag 2. That's a great point. Second half of this chapter definitely... So, Quag 2 says, the second half of this chapter gave more strong Skypiea vibes. The God Knights were like NL's vassals. The vassals were literally introduced playing a Celestial Dragon-like game. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're spitting on in that regard. I remember that survival game. And they very well could try to play something like that too, yeah. That involves the entire island. LJ, a seahorse character design. I could see that. You're right. It actually fits. The head tank and the trident, it definitely fits. It's interesting that these guys also don't have their associated families, Shepherd and Melissa, in their last names. Could be a hint that they were knighted and aren't in those families by blood. Great point, Monty. Great point. Because for Shamrock, it said Figurlin Shamrock outright. That's true. So Shamrock is legitimately Figurlin Shamrock, and the others maybe were recruited the same way that they tried to recruit Loki. Definitely East Blue Drew. It means that St. Brice was once ruled by the Shepherd family dynasty. I see. That's why we named after St. Brice from the Shepherd family. That makes sense. That makes sense. That just made me want to reread Giant Skype. Oh, man. Seeing the Goslings just casually hanging out together like old friends makes their plan to terrorize children like it's a friendly sport, especially terrifying. Quag 2, that's exactly how I felt. That's why I'm glad we got that interaction in this chapter. Because the fact they're treating it as a game, the fact that they are goofy with each other, and they're friendly with each other. Because if they were in conflict with each other, and we could take advantage of that. But if they are genuinely friendly with each other, then man, oh man, we know what that's going to lead into. It just makes them feel that much more of a threatening presence on the island, especially when Stab says an expression like this. Look at Killingham's armband. Don't think we've seen the design before. Might be before the Gods Knights. Let me see, Sage. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's got the cross, and there's something else on the design. Can't really make it out. Is that a crown? Whatever it is on the armband, you're definitely right about that. Do we see that also on Oh, I think we see the same design on Summer's arm as well. It's a good catch. It's a good catch, Sage. Yeah, it's on Summers as well. Great catch, Sage. Great catch. Man. Great chapter, dude. Holy Flag Knights. 2 more Holy Knights are here. Oh, man, what is that going to mean for the rest of this arc, bro? What happens now, man? So now we have 2. I just realized Summers put on some pants, and Gunko still hasn't put on any pants. Oh my goodness! You just love. You just gotta love. You gotta love One Piece, man. But ladies and gentlemen, yes, the arm on the left arm. That has to be what it is, Winston. Like the same thing on the left arm of Summers is most certainly what appears to be the same one on Killing Him here as well. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to play some Yakuza. Excuse me, did you see how Gaban cut a cloud? I did not. I only noticed the tower. He did cut the cloud. Dude, I didn't notice that. I was so caught off guard by the tower getting destroyed that I didn't even catch the cloud. Oh, that's so cool. I wonder... So, the tower piece got sent flying onto the ground. I wonder if that's going to have any more implications for what's going to happen in the future down in the underground realm. Because we specifically got that panel before we cut back. But maybe that was just shown for impact. I suppose we'll have to see. If Shamrock leaves, how strong will the other Gods Knights be as the villains of the arc? It's a great question, Quag, too. I'm assuming there's still going to be threats, especially based on Gunko and how Gunko was still doing damage to Loki. My assumption is that they are still going to be threats. Not as big of a threat, obviously, if Shamrock leaves. And that lets me know that Shamrock is still on a level higher than what we have, right? Still, if he does leave. If Shamrock leaves, then we have to get stronger before we can fight someone like Shamrock. Or Otis saving Shamrock for like a Monkey D. Dragon or something. But if, so hypothetically speaking, if Shamrock does leave, I still think the other ones are going to be strong enough to pose a threat. I really do. Especially when there's multiple of them. Yeah, Tatsugiri saw it. Thank you for that. Akash Panda brought that up earlier. Yeah, Monty, I'm thinking the same thing. So, I wonder what that's going to lead to whenever we go back to the underground realm. LJ says, I've missed the last few streams due to work and have been catching up with your VODs, so I was wondering what was your overall thoughts on the mural reveal and its meaning. So that was a top 10 chapter for me in the entire series, LJ. We did 3 streams talking about that chapter. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Two streams and 1 afterthoughts video. That mural reveal was special, LJ. That was definitely one of the all-timer moments. It changed everything. One Piece will never be the same after that mural reveal. It absolutely changed everything. And I'm still thinking about it. I just can't believe we got it. It's just such a cool thing, man. It is the most One Piece thing imaginable, is that mural. I adore it, LJ. And if you do get the opportunity to watch those VODs, we went in on like a 5-hour stream. Then we talked about it even more after that. Like what a special chapter. Gunko's mark might be on her face as to why she has it covered. Ah, interesting. Yeah, you're right. Very well could be the case. Gunko's mark could be on the face. Right where the bandages are covering. If Ragnarok really happens here, how much will these guys really be responsible for it? Or mostly just be Loki? The end of this arc is still so mysterious. I agree. If it does happen here, I think it'll be half and half. It'll be a half Loki and the Giants causing it, as well as the other half being the Holy Knights that cause it as well. I think so. But you're right about the end of this arc being so mysterious, especially after this chapter. With that panel by Gaban. Another reminder to read the Rumakun manga. No, I got you. They're already, like I said, I ran into it at Books A Million. Another sign. Mural had everyone theorizing for weeks and we're still to a point. That's what I'm saying, Sage. It's like, it's still, right? We're still thinking about it. Still theorizing over it. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time for me to go play some Yakuza. All love to the chat for showing up today for this awesome chapter. We got some good stuff this week. Gaban versus Luffy and Zoro. That key, which is absolutely insane. A lot of great comedy there. Some more Holy Knights have appeared with some cool designs. And now we wait to see how things play out. Will Shamrock go back to the Holy Land? Will he stay here? What is this game that they're cooking? And what will take place with the kids? Will they actually capture them and take them back to the Holy Land? Or will someone come in to stop them from doing so? And if that happens, who comes in to do that? So curious. And there's no break next week. So if we stay here, or we could cut back to Loki, and that would be awesome. Get a Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Rodo, and Loki chapter. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. I will definitely take that. But ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for stopping by. I truly appreciate y'all. Once again, we hope to be, obviously, not only back next week, but I'm working on a few things to try to get out as soon as possible. Last week we were supposed to do the top 10 favorite characters, One Piece characters stream, but of course the Elden Ring opportunity came up, which is a huge thanks to Bon and Namco for that. And I had to do it. I was like, I'm sorry, I gotta do it. It's a once in a whatever opportunity. I was like, I gotta do it. So the next opportunity, we will most certainly do that top 10 favorite One Piece character stream. So all love to y'all. Sorry about that, Shahad. But yeah, y'all have a Grim Thong. Grim Thong, yo. No, yeah, in Quag 2, that most certainly, we'll have to see how strong the Holy Knights are. How big of a threat they can possibly cause, or be without Shamrock, right? And like I said, if Shamrock leaves, that means something else has to happen for that threat to maintain itself, for it to be such a massive thing. But all love to y'all. Once again, massive happy birthday to Double E Giuliani, the belated birthday to Double E Giuliani, as well as Brandon King and Ashen Samurai Jiro. All love to y'all. But everybody take care. I will see y'all next time for the One Piece greatness. And until then,